now at my local, which is Muscleworks in Olive. And I'm going to take you through some of my favourite products. Like these bad boys. Yes. All of the macros. So when it comes to subs, a lot of people get really confused about what they're trying to choose, and I'm going to take you through some of my go-to supplements. So I'm going to go through some of my favourite protein powders. In terms of protein powder, it doesn't really matter, you know, what you really have. It's more about filling your protein requirements for the day. So whether it be cooking or it be, you know, just hitting your target. So I like to make sure breakfast is probably the most important meal of the day, to make sure you're getting protein in, and people often miss it. So if you're someone that starts your day with, say, toast or cereal or anything like that, you're probably going to be lacking protein. So you can use those sort of products to hit your targets for the day. So one scoop is usually got around 25 to 30 grams of protein, and try to find one that's least carbs and fats. Because then you can actually eat foods to get your carbs and fats, and nobody wants to waste their macros on basically a shake. Unless you're trying to gain weight, then you can then have those, you know, those shakes that have your carbohydrates and your fats in them, so they're much easier to get your calories down. So Cytec is one of my favorites. As you can see, if we zoom in, focus, it is very minimal on the fat content and the carbohydrate content, and it is 22 grams of protein in a 3/4 scoop serve. Another one is the SoCo, and I love their flavors. And again, this one has less fat, so 1 gram, but the carbohydrates is 4, so a little bit more, which again isn't so much of an issue if you're coming around training, and protein's a little higher, so 25 in a serve. Okay, now we go on to branched chain amino acids. So these are probably this is my favorite brand. So Aminos by Gaspari. This is the best flavor in the world, orange and mango twist. And now these will pretty much have pre-workout. So usually I'll mix them in with other products like carnitine or glutamine or creatine, and have that about 30 to 60 minutes before a training session. So what your aminos you'll see on the back is a breakdown of your typical amino acid profile. Now the ones you want to look for at highest is going to be leucine, isoleucine and valine. Where is valine? Down the bottom there. Also taurine I like to have quite high, because that helps with focus. So if you are looking for a good branched chain amino acid, you want to be looking for high leucine, high isoleucine, valine and possibly taurine. They're going to help the most in terms of muscular recovery, endurance, strength, all those variables. If it's filled with a lot of the other aminos, it's probably not going to be as, I mean, those aminos are essential in your body, but not targeted as much specifically for muscle building, growth, repair. So try to find one that's got a really good ratio. That is my aminos. Now, these are things that I would typically mix into my branched chains. Glutamine, I tend to actually now have before bed. It's really good for your liver, and again it's another form of amino acid, and it also helps with digestion, so that's why I like to have it before bed. So if you think about it, it's the same with your probiotics. So people tend to have them sometimes in the morning, and I'm like, well, you want to actually have them when your liver and your intestines aren't breaking down food, so that it can purely focus on preparing the gut, you know, letting new fauna, whatever it's called, you know, create a healthy environment in your digestive tract. So that's why it's great to have that just in some water, probiotic before bed. Now, creatine. Creatine gets the worst rap out of all the subs. It's a natural byproduct, and you want to basically have a really clean brand, something like the APS. That's just a pure creatine monohydrate. It does not make you bloat, it does not make you retain water. It is cheap, and all you have to do is whack it in with your aminos before you train. So basically there's a big myth about whether you need a creatine monohydrate or a high concentrate. Makes really no difference. You're probably just paying more for a high concentrate. So I would stick with the mono. Girls probably about 5 grams before a workout, guys maybe 10. There's only so much that your body can tolerate. So if you're having any more than that, it doesn't mean you're going to have a better workout or you're going to build more muscle. You're probably just going to have really expensive urine and pee it all out. So don't bother. Your cells will become saturated, and then from there they can't really absorb any more. So that is my creatine. Now, the other product that we don't have in stock at the moment that's normally here is L-carnitine. I use the same brand and we don't have it at the moment. So that would be another one that you may want to have in your stack. Carnitine is a natural fat burner, so it increases lipolysis. So again, you want to have it before training. So you could mix in your creatine, your aminos, and your carnitine all in one, and that's going to give you a really nice boost of energy, endurance, strength, as well as fat burning abilities too. So you don't really need a stimulant-based pre-workout. So you can add even caffeine to that, or something like an X50, a bit of green tea, that's going to have caffeine in it as well. So if you feel like you're tired, then have something, but try to stay away from the actual pure pre-workouts on a daily basis. And it's okay to have them, every once in a while, a bit of C4 or whatever, but you don't want to actually have your body relying on them for energy, because that's when you're going to then burn your adrenals out, become really tired, not actually feel the stimulant working. That's a bad sign. If you're hitting like 300-400 milligrams of caffeine a day and you got nothing, then something's going on. So that is pretty much the top Supps, and I'm getting some weird looks in the shop, so I am out and I am down at Muscleworks in Loo today. I am not normally in store, but if you have any questions on any supplements, hit me up at info@aliceround.com. And/or I have a stack on the website as well, which has whey protein, aminos, carnitine, and also some grains as well in there if you're someone that doesn't hit your vegetable targets for the day. So muscleworks.com.au.